Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Beauty. I'm Jodie and I recently posted a video of a haul of Burberry eyeshadows and blushes and I received so many compliments. Thank you everyone so much for the very sweet, kind comments that you left, and I also received a lot of requests to do a tutorial for that look. So I did try to recreate that look here, complete with messy hair and everything that I was wearing in that haul. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned.
So I've already applied my Illamasqua skin-based foundation. Next I'm using a matte white eyeshadow from Australis, that's the mother of pearl shade, applying that all over the eye with a large fluffy brush. Next I am packing on a medium goldy brown from Burberry, that's the shade in pale barley. Any kind of light brown goldeny shade would work fine. Next I'm going in with a smaller precision shader using Burberry's midnight brown shadow. Any darker brown shadow would be fine. This one has some shimmer. There's certainly shades you could use from the Naked palette from Urban Decay, for example, the Australis Nude palette. Lots of choices there. Now I'm using this precision brush to apply that brown shadow to the very inner corner of the eye, right into that socket, deeply into that socket. Then also going out to the outer corner, and I'm just creating lots of dimension with that brown shadow so that the center of the lid just remains with that nice lighter golden brown, just to help give the whole lid some dimension, and that really dramatizes an eye when you're going to shade that darker shade on the outer and the inner corner. I'm shading right up high above my crease there and then blending out with a clean blending brush so that there's no harsh lines. Going back to that matte white shade from Australis, just use any brush there. I'm just applying that to the brow bone, a nice matte highlight to the brow bone all the way along. Then grooming the brows, I'm going to be going in with Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo using a Ray Morris angled liner brush and applying that powder to the brows. It's a really nice natural finish there with the brows. It's a really nice shade matching my colouring. And then I'm just going to brush back through that brow to distribute the product evenly, and then setting the brows with MAC's Brow Set. I'm using the shade Beguile here. That just helps the brow hairs stay in place all day. Next, going in with one of my very favourite creamy black eyeliners. That's Stila's waterproof smudge stick in Stingray. And I'm tight lining here, getting the creamy black eyeliner right in between the lashes. And I'm doing the same thing on the waterline, just colouring the waterline and getting the liner right between the lashes. I'm also getting as close to the lash line as I can, sort of in very small strokes on the upper lash line, and then smudging out the lower lash line with a pencil brush, just to soften that all up. I'm doing the same, blending it out on the upper lash line. You certainly don't need to spend too much time on that. We will be applying lashes shortly. Going in with Urban Decay's 24/7 liquid liner in Perversion, just be patient and practice with this. I'm just using small strokes. I'm lining all the way into the very inner corner for this look, and then you'll watch me just build it up on the outer corner. So we want it to be definitely still dramatic, but thinner on the inside than on the outside. We're going to thicken that line up on the outer corner and then create our wing. So you can see me starting to create my wing here. This just takes practice. You'll know what suits your eye. Because my eyelid droops quite a bit, I do have to go quite high for even a semi-dramatic cat liner. But you can see I'm going up quite high with this one. It is a dramatic liner look. That's the main part of the look really, is the liner and the lashes that go over the top of it. So it's just patience, just building up that big wing, getting it just right. Keep looking straight into the mirror too to make sure that it looks good with your eyes open, and just use small strokes, lots of patience. You can always fix it up as you go. Going back in with that Burberry Midnight Brown with a small concealer brush, I think this one is, and I'm just blending out the under eye area and then fixing up where the shadow meets the edge of that winged liner. Next, going in with mascara, first of all using Bourjois, the volumizing mascara, that puts a lot of product onto the lashes. Then the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes mascara does a great job in just defining and evening out the lashes. Going in with the eyelashes that my sweet friend Aysh, Miss Goddess in Training, gave me when we met up in Melbourne in July. These are made for Daiso Japan. She picked them up at a Daiso store, I believe. I think they are the number 726, and I think they're fairly inexpensive. I love these lashes. I don't have any others like it. I'm applying them using the Duo Dark Lash Glue. That's going to dry black and camouflage in nicely. Next, I'm going in with Tarantino's Under Eye Brightener. Any concealer under eye brightener would be fine. Maybelline makes one that I really like. Just blending that in with my finger, and then I'll be finishing off that blend using the Kit Cosmetics makeup sponge there. Next, my concealer of the moment using It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. It's very sticky, very pigmented. Using that same makeup sponge, I'm just dotting that on under the eye and then finishing off that area with the YSL Touche Eclat. That's the number 2. It's a really nice highlight just to bring light to all the areas on the face that stand out. It's a beautiful effect, especially if you don't powder it down. It's a nice one to have with you for touch-ups. Don't know if it's worth the price tag, but I do like the effect of it. Now I'm going to be setting all of that with MAC's Studio Fix powder using a Ray Morris powder brush. I love this powder. I'm patting it in all over the foundation and the concealer products that I've just laid down. This gives extra coverage to whatever you're putting it over, but it also just gives the most beautiful camera friendly finish. It is called Studio Fix for a reason. I get a lot of compliments on my YouTube videos when I do use this powder. Next, I'm going to be starting the powder highlight using Illamasqua's powdered metal in ether. Using a Ray Morris square kabuki, I am just brushing that over basically all the places that I laid down the YSL Touche Eclat. The powder certainly dampened down the highlight effect from that, so I am going over it with a powder. It's a beautiful golden loose powder. And then I'm going to be using the Illamasqua Bronzing Duo in Glint and Burnish. I'm using a fluffy angled blush brush to contour. Now, normally you may think twice about contouring with a shimmery bronzer. I was doing this just to create a really glowy look for that Burberry haul video that I made, so I am recreating that as true as I can remember. But it does give a really nice sort of glowy, ethereal look. Basically, everything's glowing on that face. I'm blending all of that in just using a Real Techniques blush brush. Love, love, love that brush for many things on the face, really. And I'm going in with that same brush now to the highlight area of the Illamasqua Bronzing Duo and just finishing off with the shimmer all over the face. Onto the lips using MAC's lip liner in Stone, and I have recently found out that even MAC Pro in Australia have not heard of that lip pencil. I do love it, and I'm sorry, I think it is just a MAC Pro, at least in America, exclusive. I don't know if they have it at other MAC Pro stores overseas, but any brow pencil, darker brown pencil's fine. Rimmel makes one in Cappuccino, Prestige makes one in Mochaccino, Ulta makes one in Mink. Then using an Australian product, Face of Australia's Lip Quench lipstick in Lighty Crush. It was mentioned in my September favourites. I'm just filling in the more centre of the lips now with this very peachy nude shade. You can see that with the Stone, I did sort of colour in the corners just to give the lips extra dimension. And then I'm finishing off that technique using, again, the YSL Touche Eclat to the bottom lip and then also to the Cupid's bow, just to help give those lips dimension. Lightest in the middle, darkest in the corners. Going in with Burberry's Tangerine blush, beautiful colour, using a Ray Morris Kabuki. Finishing touch there with the MAC Fix Plus spray.
Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed. Really, it's just about bronzing and highlighting, a nice nude lip, those beautiful Burberry eyeshadows. But really, I think this look is about that cat liner to complement these gorgeous, gorgeous lashes. Thank you, Aysh, so much for these beautiful lashes from Daiso Japan. I'll have to find out from you where you got them so I can include that in the description for anyone interested. They really do make the look. I love them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wishing you a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.